From what it is that I'm familiar with, autism is sort of a mental condition that sort of affects social interactions. That you something isn't firing correctly in the brain that doesn't allow you to see certain things. I mean, when I just had graduated from college, I went to a place referred to as Autism Journeys, and they one person I met there, a lady by the name of Morgan, told me that if you ever meet one person with autism, you meet one person with autism because it affects everyone a little bit differently. For me, I'm a little bit more predisposition to learn about technology, but other people are like know more about farming or one very specific thing. That's something that I've noticed, is that people on the spectrum like to focus on one very specific thing, and it affects them all in a very different way. So one person may be high on the spectrum that's considered high functioning, like myself, or somebody else may be on the lower end of the spectrum where it may affect them a little bit more. And it's a lot of their symptoms can be a little bit more intense, more anxiety, stuff like that. Growing up, autism or being on the autism spectrum wasn't necessarily a mainstream thing as it was today. It was sort of a niche thing that I didn't necessarily know about till after graduating college. So I was normally just going through school and everything, feeling like I felt different, but not really being able to identify why I felt different. Just a lot of very unique situations that I ran across that sort of got me to this point. But then I came down here to college, and I started going to Utah Valley State College. And then around, I want to say 2010, it became UVU. And then when I graduated from college, I felt like I needed to figure out why I felt so different. So I found this place called Autism Journeys, and then they essentially said, you're on the autism spectrum. And they actually referred me first to Utah University, where I had the official diagnosis done. And then I think I messed that up a little bit, but I went there, and then I came back to Autism Journeys, and then they sort of gave me some changes and everything, and that sort of started me off to where it is I am today. I will say that I've had a very, very unique life growing up. I don't have a girlfriend yet, ladies. Sorry, I didn't mean to be handsome there, but yeah. In all seriousness, I haven't had a lot of social interactions or anything, and I haven't had a girlfriend or anything, and so I tend to look back on a lot of my previous experiences and try to learn from them, and realize I'm probably going to be alive for another 80 or so years. And because of my whole college experience and everything, and just learning that going from college into just this day-to-day life, my mind is sort of just blanked out, and I have to learn these things one day at a time, and just learning how much are groceries, how much are these Cheerios, and just is it appropriate to say the word triggered, or all these very minutiae things that I've still been learning about. And I think if there's one parting piece of wisdom that I have to learn, I have to give anybody else that is on the spectrum, keep learning. Learn about what it is you are, what it is you do on the spectrum, and just what it is you are, and just go out into the world when you are able to. Learn about the world around you, because there's only so much that playing video games can teach you. For me, I sort of grew up in the time back in the early 90s, back when parents would say, don't play video games too long or it'll rot your brain. If anything, I think it did the opposite for me, because it started showing me the world around me. I mean, I played Mario, I played Sonic, I played Final Fantasy, Dance Dance Revolution. That is a game I really love too. And learn what you can from video games and everything, but just don't spend all of your days playing those video games, because there is only so much they can teach you. And just learn as much as you can about the real world. Learn what you can from your parents, from friends and family members, because that's how I got to where it is I am today.